Hi everyone, and welcome to English 111 College Composition, our online section. I'm Maura Casey. I'm going to be your professor for this semester, and this will be the first of several screencasts that I will post to this site to help you out, help you navigate the site and figure out what work needs to be done and where you can find that work. This screencast I'm requiring because I do want you to watch it and I want you to pay pretty close attention to what I'm going to tell you here. So in order to test that attention, I'm going to give you 3 secret words over the course of the screencast, and you should write those words down, and then once you're finished with the screencast, you are going to email me those 3 words. That way I will know that you not only watched the screencast, but that you paid attention throughout the whole thing. Okay, so I'm starting here on the home site. You see here's the margin over here to the left. This is the home page of our Niihka course site. And you've got a nice little graphic of a keyboard. You've got your recent announcements. I will post announcements to the site probably 2, maybe 3 times a week, maybe more than that if I need to. And when I post the announcements, I also always email them to you. So there are a couple different ways in which you can access those announcements. Make sure you're reading those and checking them. If you're not reading them in your email, make sure you're reading them here, because these are often really important assignments, and sometimes students will let me know if the technology is not working, and I will then post an announcement about how students can fix the technology or how I've fixed the technology. So it's really important that you pay very close attention to those updated announcements. You also have the calendar on the home page, and my face may be blocking out some of this, I'm not sure, but due dates will appear in red typically on the calendar. Not all due dates, though, will appear on the calendar, so you need to make sure. But I usually will put in the announcements when something is due. So if you look over on the left-hand side of the page, as I said, we're on the home page, and then there is the Getting Started section. That, naturally speaking, is where you're going to get started, right? Seems pretty obvious. Okay, so we're going to click into the Getting Started section. We're just going to take a quick look at that. And then after we go through the Getting Started, I'm going to show you the online classroom. I'm going to walk you through Module 1. Okay, so let's go into Getting Started, and we'll take a look at that, and I'll give you your first secret word. Your first secret word is going to be Connecticut. All right, and I chose that because I graduated from the University of Connecticut with a master's and a PhD in not in 1994, in 2003. I finished at the University of Connecticut. So your first secret word is Connecticut. Okay, write that down. So in the Getting Started section, you can find out a little bit about me. There I am, nice little picture of me. And you're going to find out some things about the course. Okay, so there's a basic course description here, and there's also descriptions of the other English courses we offer. I want to tell you that this is going to be a challenging class, and sometimes I find that if people are really don't feel themselves to be strong writers or very well prepared writers, sometimes an online class is not going to be the best choice, right? So if I were you, I would read through these descriptions of our different English classes pretty carefully and make sure that this is going to be the right class for you. It's a lot of hard work, and because it's online, you may feel like you're not getting as much help from me as you might in a face-to-face class. However, I will say that if you are feeling that way, you should get in touch with me. We can set up some regular meetings. They don't have to be face-to-face meetings. We can do all of our meetings online, and I'm happy to help you. But you need to make the decision about whether or not this is the right course for you. So if you read this section here, it will help you make that decision. Okay, the next section here is working through the modules, and there are a series of 6 modules. They're all going to be found in the online classroom link, right? And they're basically made up of a series of activities and assignments. So I always list the objectives in each section. Then you might have reading assignments, you might have activities. You will have some quizzes to begin with, but there aren't actually too many quizzes. I'm not a big quiz fan. You will have to post your paper topics to the forum. You will also post rough drafts to the forum, and you'll help each other peer revise the drafts. You will then submit final drafts for each module. You do a final draft of one essay, and you also submit a writer's memo with every single final draft. And what you're going to do for that writer's memo, and this is really important, is you're going to make a screencast just like I'm making a screencast right now. The writer's memo assignments ask you to reflect on the process of your writing these essays that you're going to write. So you'll get more information about that for the future, but for now you can think of this screencast that you're watching here as an example of the kind of technology you're going to use for your writer's memo. All right, as you go down in the Getting Started section, you have a syllabus. So here's the syllabus link. It's an actual document. There is some information in the syllabus that does not necessarily appear here, so you want to download that, read it very, very carefully. It contains the course policies, and all of that is very important, and it may answer questions that you might have as the course continues. So I always tell my face-to-face students, make sure you look, if you have a question about the course or the course policy or the grading, check the syllabus first and then ask me, because you may be able to find the answer to the question yourself. Then you have a course calendar and assignment checklist. Okay, now I've tried to make this as accurate as possible, but sometimes these due dates do change, okay? So you should use this as a general guide, but then also pay close attention to the announcements in case I need to change any of these deadlines. I never push a deadline up, but I may have to push a deadline back, all right? So again, if you have any questions or if anything on here seems wrong to you, like instead of, I have something due in August instead of something due in April, let me know, okay? Because, sometimes the typos do slip through. There's a breakdown of the grading points, all right? So you see you get, 10 points for the writer's profile, 100 points for the first paper, and so forth and so on. Each writer's memo is worth 10 points. You'll do 6 of those, and then you do get points for the forum posts. Something I want you to pay pretty close attention to is the rubric for the forum posts. When you post to our forum, which is like a discussion board, you are getting graded on that. And so I found in my last class that many students didn't understand why they were getting less than the full amount of points, all right? So make sure you read through this rubric, right? You get the full 5 points for answering the assignment clearly and thoroughly, using correct grammar and traditional spelling and punctuation, sentences are clear and correct, right? And then you also have to make sure that you reply to other people's posts. So you won't get the full points if you just post your post and you don't respond to other people. And I'll have reminders about how many people you need to respond to for each forum assignment. Okay, I also have student and instructor expectations. You as a student need to try your best to check the site at least 4 times a week, check your Miami email every 24 to 48 hours, right? And check your junk email just in case the email is going to your junk folder. Submit your assignments prior to their due date and time, complete readings activities in a timely manner, spend at least 7 hours a week studying, completing assignments, and particularly notify me if you have any problems, okay? And give me time to help you resolve those problems. And then I have my own expectations for myself, and I will try to respond to all of your email within 48 hours, except on the weekends. Give me a little bit more time, and I will try to get your grades back to you within 2 weeks of assignment due dates, all right? I have several different types of office hours. There's many different ways you can contact me. You can come in to meet me face-to-face here in my office. I'm happy to set those appointments up with you. I'm also available on Google Chat now that Miami's on Google Apps, and I will also set up several Google Hangouts over the course of the semester so that people can log in and maybe we can talk about the topics. And I'll let you know. I'll put those in the announcements when I'm going to be on Google Hangouts. All right, so your first assignments, before you do anything, you have to complete the pre-work module. All the pre-work module work, which is where this screencast is showing up, is due on the first day of class, all right? And that's January 14th. It's due by midnight on January 14th. So the pre-work module work is easy, it's quick, it won't take you very long to do, but you do have to do it. If you don't do it on the first day of class, I will consider that to be an absence and I will contact you to see if you really want to continue in the course. Okay, so your first secret word was Connecticut. Your second secret word is module. Okay, I know they're not very exciting secret words, but that's what they are. Okay, so we're going to go to the online classroom link, just as the instructions say, and we're going to click into there. So the online classroom comes up, and we are in Module 2, which we should not be. So I'm going to go back, sorry about that, to the regular online classroom. Okay, so you'll see that in the student view of things here, you only see 3 modules, the pre-work, Module 1, and Module 2. That's because the other modules are not yet available to you. And actually, I still need to do a little work on Module 2, so I'll probably make that unavailable to you for the first couple weeks of class. But you can get started with the pre-work, and Module 1 will open up to you on Tuesday, January 15th. So if we click into the pre-work, you'll go ahead and you'll see the Getting Started section. I'm also going to add the screencast into here, and then you have these 3 quizzes. These are not graded quizzes. These are quizzes to gather some information from you and to make sure that you understand what the expectations of the course are. Okay, so that's basically all you have to do for the Getting Started section. I'm going to go into Module 1 and have you take a quick look at that. Alright, so this is what a pretty standard, the pre-work module is different, but this is a standard module. Module 1 is the Introduction to English 111. You'll see it has the objectives listed. Alright, and then your first assignment is a forum assignment. Alright, and that's to post to the class community. So you see here there's a basic description of the assignment, what is it that you have to do, and then a link to the actual forum. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that to bring us to the forum. And here you are in the class community forum. So what you would do is you'd click on Post New Thread. And then you can go ahead and put a little title in. You might say, hi, I'm Maura. And then you're going to you can click on this little arrow to see the full description in case you're just like, oh, I forgot what it is that I'm supposed to do. The description is right here again. Ignore this August stuff. I will change that to January. And you can look back, you see, oh, my assignment is to post a 100-word description of myself and then post a picture. Okay, so I'm going to click into this window, I'm going to write a 100-word description of myself, and then down at the bottom I'm going to click on Post Message. This is all pretty self-explanatory. So right now I'm going to cancel out of this. Or so I think I am. Yes, I'm canceling out of it. All right, and I'm going to go back to Module 1. Actually, I could have returned to the lesson there. And then you'll see there's Objective 2. You don't see a syllabus quiz here because you would have to, because the syllabus quiz hasn't actually opened up yet. It will open up tomorrow, but that will show up. When you see something in gray here, that means you can't access it, and you'll see when I put the cursor over it, the little window says, please complete all the above required items before viewing this item. That means you have to do the things listed before that in order for that to become accessible to you. Alright, so the modules are designed so that you work through them in order. Okay, now that doesn't mean you can't go back, right? You could click on this and probably read part of it and then go do the writer's profile and come back and finish reading that. So you have some control over what order you do things in. Alright, I'm running out of time here, so your last secret word is going to be screencast, alright? Because one of the things you're going to have to do is make one of these screencasts. So your 3 secret words are Connecticut, module, and screencast. You're going to email those to me and continue doing the pre-work. I look forward to talking to you in this class and to reading your writing. Let me know, as always, if you have any questions.